Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel of AspieAnswersAll, or shall we say, as we're going to remove myself from that for a bit, I'm just going to focus on the Beauty from Ashes series of basically every type of series that I can to encourage and support you all, of whatever you're going through right now, because it comes to my heart right now that many people will be struggling in many situations that we face every day, and that everybody, with their struggles may handle it differently. However, today's message, however, has come to close to my heart because obviously after talking to a few people about, how they feel about themselves and the way they may feel, think and say and do and stuff, and sometimes they feel that they're down and out and nobody feels that they're accepting them in whatever way it is. So, in further ado, this is called Dear Woman and Men, pretty much in today's world, what it means to be pretty and beautiful in this day and age. So, I'll begin now. To the world, we are all pretty beautiful, unique and loved, as we should know and feel in ourselves that we should be. But sometimes in this day and age, that many people will knock us down just for the hell of it, being fat, being skinny, being overthinking of certain categories, you name it, we all seem to do it all the time, but it's not our fault sometimes when we do tend to think that way sometimes, because obviously the negativity floods us through the hidden messages and agenda of what all these hidden messages and agenda do to us. So obviously breaks our self-esteem, confidence and everything else around us, so to speak. However, we need to bear in mind, however, there's a lot of definitions of pretty, beautiful, beauty and the rest, pretty much. So, pretty much in my definition of the two that I'm going to bring out is pretty and beautiful. So, the first one of definition of pretty is basically a young girl who has a physical appeal that will attract a guy, yet she can be pretty from the inside out, regardless of how she believes in herself and obviously her self-esteem, self-worth and everything else and beside herself, sort of thing. It's the inside feelings of the beliefs of what she really believes in, of who she is and what she really is as a person. Another one is, for this one, is number 2, pleasing or attractive in a graceful yet delicate way. Okay, definition of beautiful, however. Number 1 is possessing qualities that gives greater pleasure and satisfaction to see, think or hear about, etc. Or number 2 is a woman who has a distinctive personality and one who can laugh at anything, including themselves. A woman who is different to each other and especially is kind to one another and caring of others, and think about, maybe others around them, and they're really humble and really, and special in their own very way. Pretty much, as I said before, there can be so many recent debates, though, in many centuries, how we should go about looking pretty beautiful. As I said probably in one of my videos, but I probably haven't. But like many centuries, in this day and age, it has come to about that many women has to be a physical kind of attractive appeal to the men, be it of their physical attractiveness as in the way they look, instead of, I've noticed that many guys, obviously I could be wrong, tend to think that, beauty is everything, image is everything, but I question that all the time. Many people should actually look inside the other person as well as the, outside, because obviously sometimes beauty can, take us for a fall, because obviously, some people may just be too self-confident and stuff outside themselves and whatever else, but I don't know, I could be wrong here. But then again, I have also come to the conclusion also that there are too many people nowadays that are so ignorant, that are stereotyping of each other, what they should, think about of life in general, how they should think, act and do, despite of, as I said, the hidden messages and agendas of what we should do and say and act towards each other, which is really sad really when you look at it, because obviously, we shouldn't have to, as I said in one of my videos, let those messages dictate to us how we should think, act and say and do. We should be able to be our own unique individual selves, our own ordinary copy, instead of another copy of a DNA of someone else, and just be that particular someone walking in their shadows, when we could be basically, be ourselves and whatever else. Okay, there's been many questions arisen pretty much about how young girls may feel about themselves or realise that they're pretty and beautiful no matter what the situation is. Pretty much, I feel that to me they should know wholeheartedly in their everyday life when they've been pre-born sort of thing, even though, as I said before, many hidden messages and that will destroy us, but they should know that they're loved, pretty much accepted, beautiful in whatever situation or whatever shape and skin they're in. Pretty much also, we feel that way of being beautiful when we, connect with our mother, obviously, when we have that human instinct, basically, of how the mum actually bonds with us and so on and so forth. it's also how we think and feel about ourselves, I feel, as well, sort of thing. We can't escape certain things about being pretty in that, as I said before, hidden messages and genders, pretty much, you know. But then again, it's like, as I said, we shouldn't have to let us feel that way of those messages. Hell, what? No way, Jose. Come on, honeys, you got to wake up. It's another coffee, girls. We shouldn't have to dress to impress and actually be a particular way to just please someone, you know, based on the physical attractiveness to an opposite sex, or even if we feel attracted to another female, pretty much. But then again, in all honesty and fairness, you know, we should be just our own individual selves, as I said, being free to know what we want and how we want it and stuff, and also just to love ourselves, sort of thing. So anything that is, we need to remember, shouldn't have to be dictated to us. As I've noticed that there has been so many pressures around the media of, be it like the hidden messages, be it like adverts, be it magazines and everywhere else around us, that pretty much young girls will dream and think of becoming that particular role model of, maybe they're looking at a model of some sort, maybe example-wise Kate Moss, pretty much thinking that, oh, I need to be that particular size, weight, height, you name it. And then we got to remember, though, as I said before, media does affect us in all ways, more than one, and it really saddens me because sometimes this can affect both men and women, of basically how men may feel about themselves based on themselves sexually, when they want to, you know, probably perform their best with that female, or be it like they say that, you know, guys should be big and muscular, or be it if guys need to have a particular size of their private of their penis, as I've heard so many times before, you know. But yeah. But then you got to remember, sometimes it can really cause so much harm. But again, that's up to us how we want to go about it. Majority of the time, however, my thoughts were, if I was to have a guy's attention when I was younger, pretty much I would try and dress to impress, you know, try to act a particular way, you know, even though in the DNA makeup I felt really disgusting and ugly, you know. At the end of the day, I've realised now that no matter how I dress and talk, if the guys don't accept me for who I am and what I am as a person, then maybe later in time, that's their fault for not wanting to ask me out and actually getting to know me, the real me, and accept the whole package, not just the potential package that they want of the big boobs busting that, as I said so many times before, which really disgusts me, because obviously at the end of the day, many guys think that they're joking and all that, but in all fairness and awareness, no, it's not a joking matter, because obviously the way you look at it versus us females will be different. And obviously, as I noticed, there's been, as I said, recent debates and conflicts about all that, but I'm hoping to bring out more maybe later on what I can think of at the moment. Part of it for me also, when I was growing up, however, I was thinking, you know, how in the spot of getting that guy's attention, how and what would they think of me, you know? Like, I was down and out a few times now and again, you know, be it like when I was down and depressed, sort of thing, I felt there was nothing more to me, you know, even though, yes, I was trying to do my very darn hardest to actually love myself again, despite what I've been through, however. And yes, it does burden me sometimes that we do pretty much carry on the way we do, and no matter what happens, that I believe that we are a creator of our journey, and no matter how big or small our steps are, we should just accept who and what we are. To me, there is a difference between beautiful and pretty. It's also how it's all wrapped up in one package, even though sometimes it's just a matter of willing to be accepting of each other's differences, and, you know, the looks and the way of looks, how we speak, how we think and everything, even though this day and age, as I said, so much pressure to everything. But we need to remember that beauty is all over us, no matter where it is. But I believe it starts within the inside, from the out, sort of thing, depending, no matter what, so to speak. In this day and age, however, also how I feel about it is also having the right attitude and right frame of mind of thinking, pretty much being positive so towards the situations that we're maybe facing, you know, and how will I choose to react despite it all, you know. Also, basically, you know, it's also how we feel about ourselves, how we think about ourselves, you know, And then if we feel good about ourselves, then we should be able to be good to others around us. However, to me, okay, what makes me beautiful as a person? Well, everybody who has come to my circle or has known me or walked with me in my journey so far, I'll say it's my personality and my character sort of thing within, pretty much, I'm a positive little thinker, I'm an encourager, a supporter, motivator, you name it. I'm trying to be out there to, support others and be there, try not to be self-centered and thinking of myself, even though, yes, now and again, like many people, I just realise I've been putting others first, even though now I'm trying to realise that sometimes with this day and age, I need to actually give myself a downtime for me as well, despite it all, and then also I feel what makes me also beautiful is also being with the right people. I believe is important, that can build you up, not tear down, and actually give you encouragement, positivity, thoughts and whatnot, and give you some maybe self-feedback, or even, I don't know, how to word it properly. A proper way I could look at it is I need to be accepting of myself and loving of myself before I can actually, be able to share the love around with others around me, and being accepting of everyone else's differences, be it if they're fat, thin, skinny, black, white, you name it, just being there sort of thing. Okay, to wrap it up, the advice I would give you all, men and women, sort of thing. I know it's not an easy road or journey for some of us, as I said before, many hidden messages and genders. How can we bypass that? As I said before, if I'm with the right people, obviously, being with the right people, succeeding in that direction, it will bring me positive vibes, thinking, oh yes, I'm worth something. I am worthy to be, pretty. I am worthy to be beautiful. I am worthy to be, accepted of who and what I am, even if some people may not accept me, that's fine, find something you may love and enjoy, sort of thing, as well as being at peace with yourself as you're doing it, sometimes we do need our own self-time to reflect on certain things, even though sometimes we need to remember that we need to not isolate ourselves too many times before, even though some people think we may be selfish when we do our me time or whatever, but then again, hopefully they'll understand that the positive vibes and thinking and that we may not have felt at that given moment of time when we were down and out with our me time, then we won't hopefully think. But it's also creating a ripple effect, as I said before in one of my videos, that, doing a good thing for others could make us feel great about ourselves, and hopefully maybe that will continue on, Also, be with the right people that can bring out the best in you, and also to reach your full potential and dreams and visions that you have in life, because obviously you never know, some of those people that has come in your path that may have some similar dreams and visions, and they may work alongside with you. It may be it like if you wanted to be in a business of some sort and you want to hit the ground running, and also maybe, need to know how to get it started and stuff, and with these people they might be able to think. Another one is, though, bear in mind, don't forever put yourself down in the negativity, even if you do feel down and out. I know this is easier said than done, as many people have been telling me, but sometimes, now and again, many people tend to feel down and out no matter what it is. I feel that I believe in myself that, if you want to, as I said before, pretty much, or shall I say this now, is that I have been making some decree series of some kind, pretty much that's, for encouraging and supporting of others, hopefully, no matter what it may be you guys are feeling. So if you want to follow those series, by all means, it might be able to be an eye-opener and an encourager for you. So as I said, I'm here to encourage you and build people up no matter what. So this ends my topic series of basically dear men and women in today's world, what it means to be pretty and beautiful. Please like, comment, subscribe below, sort of thing. Also, give you the heads up, I'm trying to figure out other ways of hopefully finishing this book of mine, even though, yes, there's a few chapters I still need to persevere on, pretty much on my channel of the everyday encounter and everyday life of an Aspie, or what have you. Some of you may have already seen a few book excerpts, of what I've sent to a few people that's lucky enough to have a look at, even though it's not fully finished. But all further ado, thanks for watching, and like I said, enjoy your day and just be yourselves and love yourselves. Peace out and bye for now.